Carlton sounded a warning to the other top 5 teams at Princes Park today with a great exhibition of football against St Kilda. For the final 10 minutes, Ken Dakin, Doug Hayward.
Against you, Neil. And there comes Percy Jones to shoot for goal. What a fantastic season this 6'6.5" long, lean fellow's had. Carries a deceptive amount of weight too, does Jones. But he always looks lean and lanky. Been a great player in final series for Carlton as Peter Jones. He's only about 15 metres out. Normally a very straight kick, and this is no exception. And Carlton get goal number 20. 20 goals, 15 to St Kilda 10-6. A good percentage booster if they needed it.
16 minutes into the final quarter, and it's amazing how comparatively easily Carlton have eclipsed St Kilda since quarter time. They don't seem to have put a great deal of pressure on, but they've done it so well with beautiful positional play and backing up and teamwork and understanding. They look really professional. Saru in the ruck, but Carlton win it. In comes Davis. Davis, always a great trier for the Saints, gets the ball out wide to Manzi. Manzi's had a comparatively quiet day, sends the ball to centre half forward. This is where St Kilda have broken down badly. Chance for them here as Elliott gets it across to Davies. Davies, you'll be caught. Breaks the tackle well, gets a hand pass. It's got to Stevens. He lines up the goal and puts it through for the Saints. Goal number 11. And the second one, I think, to Stevens. It is goal number 2 to Stevens. Well-known cricketer too. Very versatile sportsman. But the Saints, since quarter time, haven't looked at all impressive. I don't know. One wonders whether this is a good thing that they're not going in as hard as they should when they've got a hard semi-final coming up next week. I always believe that you've got to play it hard all the time. Anyhow, away go Carlton again. They've won that ball from the ruck time and time again. Play on, said the umpires. That ball didn't carry the required distance, and following the smother, umpire Robinson's going to bounce it pretty well in the centre again. Saru in the ruck with Mackay. There's Dull knocking the ball forward. It comes to Theodore of St Kilda. He breaks away, kicks it out wide. Racing to the ball is Southby. Southby, who has not made a mistake all day, finds the boundary line too close. And thrown about half forward right. St Kilda in their tack. Now trailing badly, 11-6 to Carlton, 20-15.
Ruck's contesting again. Chance for Young. Breaks away beautifully onto his left foot, screws it across and just misses, and through for one behind. Carlton resting Jesselenko now. He's out on half-forward flank, hands on hips, in traditional Jesse fashion, but moved away from full forward. Jesselenko opened the game at full forward and kicked 3 goals in the first quarter against Neil. And it looked like the Jesselenko of old today. He was very elusive, very fast, creative. He and Keogh combined teamwork-wise superbly. He's kicked 4 goals 4 as Alex Jesselenko, and he's done it the easy way. Southby looking for Jones. Saru's his opponent. Jones is there easily in front of him. Chandler tries to, pushed in the back was Chandler too. He's still battling for it. And umpire Robinson, who's had an easy match to look after, particularly since quarter time, will bounce it at centre half forward with St Kilda in attack, and Peter Hall's the man who hits it straight to Manzi. Manzi downfield. Southby will spoil, which he does. Out wide it goes. All St Kilda. They're a bit slow, however. Picked up by Dull. Dull, always a good player. Gets his kick, and Elliott bumps him down. Chance now for Croswell in the back, and Croswell's been one of the quietest players in the Carlton's lineup. The bearded Brent. Great pass, Brent. Nicely out to Davis, who's been a promising player for Carlton today. Brent's cousin. That was good family love. Behind the pack, the chances there for Saru. Well tackled by Mackay. In front of the Carlton social stand, it's Walsh. Tries a short one to Keogh. Keogh, the kick was over his head, and it's taken over the line in very casual fashion by Jeff Saru.
This has been a most disappointing game. It's been pretty dull, flat and uninteresting since quarter time, when Carlton really burnt in the second quarter, adding 6-7. Here's a chance for the Saints. They get the ball clear, comes out to Glenn Elliott. Can he trap it? He can. He's looking for someone further afield. Stevens flying high with Jones. Davis has got it for St Kilda, dumbing round, looking for someone to pass the ball to, but it's badly directed and goes straight into the hands of Byrne. Byrne with the ball for Carlton. Carlton 20-15 to St Kilda 11-7. Byrne's kick, a good penetrating one towards centre half forward. Saru flying for the ball, couldn't hold it there. Carlton breaking away again with good handballs. It comes to Hall, but intercepting was Reynolds. Reynolds gets the ball back on the centre. Look, they're all Carlton players. There are about half a dozen of them. The ball's picked up there by young Davis. Davis hooks it around wide, and the mark is taken by Dixon. Dixon, who has played a pretty effective game on the wing. He's been the springboard of a number of attacks. 15-metre penalty being played here against St Kilda. And Dixon will swing Carlton well forward. Carlton with the breeze in this quarter. There's the kick. Good one. Right up to centre half forward. Mackay went high. Kicked off the ground by Carlton. Down goes a St Kilda player, Judson, I think it was, and yes it is, and he'll get the free kick. Judson to take the free in the last line of defence. St Kilda, not at their best today, not by a long shot. Just breaking down up forward time and time again as Jones gets it this time, flanks it out wide to Walls. Walls hooks it around nicely, comes up towards Keogh, the boundary line too close, and the ball will be thrown in. It's about half forward left with Carlton in the attack, but today by far the more accomplished side.
It's a wonder to me that half the crowd hasn't left, but they're hanging on, which is surprising. Some leaving now, but after all, it's the 22-minute mark of the last term as Saru has taken a free kick. It's been a very, very poor performance by St Kilda since quarter time. Out towards Kevin Hall. He gets up Young, a superb leap above him. Young been by far St Kilda's best forward. As a matter of fact, he's been their only forward. Well smothered Hall. Maybe he's over the mark. I can hear the yell, but down goes Hall and back it goes to Young. Young gets a left footer, kicks it straight to Manzi. Manzi's opponent is Quirk. Crane took a heavy blow in the first quarter and was off after half-time. Stevens is with it. With his left foot, he shoots for goal. Taken. Minot, the big fellow once again. Brian Minot. He's kicked two, I think. No, one. Brian Minot. This certainly will be second because man on mark, Vincent Waite, who's had a very quiet day on purpose for him, is standing on the 10-metre line. Minot comes in. There goes the football. Right over the back. 20 goals, 15 at Carlton, 135 points. And even the scoreboard attendants are getting tired or disinterested. They're slow in putting it up, but it's 12-7, which will be 91 points. 12-7, 12-6 is 72, will be 79.
Well, Doug, assessing St Kilda's performance today, they'd certainly need to improve 50% at least to have any chance of beating Essendon next week. I don't know whether they're taking it easy or not. I don't believe that they should, but importantly, they're not showing very good form.
I think they are, certainly, Ken, because
they've had a couple of hard games, mind you, and this could have taken the steam out of them a bit because it's been a hard battle for them to make the five, and full marks to Alan Jeans, their coach, who's done a tremendous job with them over the years. In 13 years of coaching, he's got them into the finals on 9 occasions, and he's had them up about 6th place on the other 4 occasions. There's the ball won by Jones. Down it goes. Chance there for Perovic. He kicks it high in the air. Coming from behind, Stevens trying to mark the ball. Couldn't do so. St Kilda come in pretty hard. The ball comes clear. Dixon having a ball on the wing. Gets hold of it. Boots it forward. St Kilda with a chance to clear it away, but they're not handling the ball surely. They're undecided. There's not much teamwork or backing up. And I don't think Barry Breen, who has got the ball now, is relishing his new position at centre half-back. He's basically a forward. There's the ball in short. And it's marked out there by Saru. Saru's kick is smothered. Goes out to Dixon of Carlton. Dixon playing well in this last quarter. In fact, he's played well, pretty well all day. Boots the ball forward, but in the way of Scott of St Kilda. Carlton well on top at 20-15 to 12-7 as Scott's kick comes to centre half forward. Chance here for St Kilda. They can break away with it. They get a hand pass. It goes out to Manzi. He's tackled. It's kicked off the ground by Moran. Comes up to Minot. Minot couldn't quite trap it. Comes to it now as he shoved it off. He's caught. Gets to the ball again. Stacks on the mill. Tries a hand pass. The umpire comes in and says that he was holding the ball. and the free kick will go to Byrne of Carlton. Carlton 20-15 to St Kilda 12-7, about 4 minutes to go in this final quarter.
Saru was the high leaper above Quirk. Picked up by Alan Davis, out to Theodore. Theodore always looking for the hand pass, flums at this time. Peter Jones casually kicks off the ground. Chance for Peter Hall. He turns now onto his left foot, kicks with his right, however. David Mackay is the target. Punched away easily away from him. Hand pass goes out to Breen. Breen in the centre of the ground. Kicks it down towards Southby. Southby and Ellis go for it. White punches it down. A formidable combination. Southby and White picked up by Stevens. Across it goes over Young's head. Young takes another fine mark. Been a great player is Young. A great find for St Kilda. And I haven't got any doubt he'll appreciate the big ovals. That's Waverley and the MCC if they make it. Because he's full of class, loves the open spaces, and is very much the classical half-forward flanker. Swooping in from the flanks, he's been a very good player. Kicks with his left foot, and it's a good-looking left footer, but just off direction. That's one behind. Young has kicked one goal. His opponent has been Kevin Hall. I think Hall should be an automatic inclusion for Carlton in the finals because he's so good in their play on football. But Hall has had his colours lowered today, so it won't help his selection. But I still think he'll be there because he's up against a lot of class in Young. There's more class in Southby. Saru almost marked it. Hits off the ground, and Young once again taken away by his teammate Theodore, out to Manzi. Manzi hotly pursued by Quirk. A great tackle back. It goes to Moran. Moran screws it over his shoulder. Off direction it is, and through for one behind. Moran has spent most of the day roving, and has only been a negative rover because Keogh and Walsh have both roved particularly well. Keogh in particular.
This is where the Saints are really down at roving, Doug.
Yes,
Trot went off earlier. That didn't help matters any. Another beautiful kick in by Southby, almost to the centre of the ground, punched away by the Saints. In a lot of trouble there. They get the ball out clear. Chance for them to go forward again towards centre half forward with a lovely mark and a beautifully timed mark taken by
young Davis.
Davis, very promising young player, gets the ball forward. Out come the Saints. Big chance for them. Through Scott to break away. Scott drives the ball forward. Stevens has got it. Can Stevens put it through? He boots it in short with a beautiful pass to Glenn Elliott. And Elliott shouldn't have much trouble putting it through. He's only about 35 metres out, straight in front. St Kilda have made so many positional changes. It'll take you about 5 minutes to tally them all up. As Elliott lines up the goal and puts it through for a very belated one for St Kilda. That's Elliott's third goal, by the way. And St Kilda's 13th goes on the board at the 30-minute mark of the final quarter. Carlton 20-15, 135, have really shown their class today. They were defeated, surprisingly, last week by Footscray, but John Nichols, no doubt, has given them a pretty good roasting during the week, and this has been reflected in their play today because they've lifted it, and since quarter time they've outplayed St Kilda practically everywhere. Back with umpire Robinson. Saru in the ruck with Windsor tap there against Mackay. However, Carlton typically smother, and this is where St Kilda have fallen down. They just haven't been able to get that ball away from the centre and get it moving and get into attack. Again, Saru gets in front, but this is once again Carlton breaking away, getting the ball up towards centre half forward. In comes Croswell, dummies around nasty, gets a hand pass. It went back to Hall. He wasn't ready for it, but he's recovered quickly enough. He's been held. I think he may get a free kick, or he could be penalised for holding the ball. No, the umpire said he was in control, and it goes against him, and the free kick will go Theodore's way. Theodore sends a long hand pass. Out it goes to Breen, who's come down from centre half back. His kick is caught by the wind, goes out wide, much too wide, and will be thrown in about half forward right. St Kilda in the attack, well down, 87 points to 135.
Well, they certainly are well down, as Mackay, who doesn't go well for ruck bounces or throw-ins despite his magnificent leap. And as the umpire says, on the leg, and the free will go to Carlton. On half-back flank. And on the University side, that's on the outer side of the ground, of course, and it's kicked by Southby. And there's the siren.
And Carlton convincing winners. There's the board. Carlton 2015, 135 points to St Kilda 13,987, and that brings to an end the first round matches from the Princess Oval this season.
I don't know what for. Umpire John Sutcliffe has hardly made a mistake. A very good exhibition of umpiring today. Rose gives it to Gallagher.